So the night we brought Hattie home was just a really exciting night. We were really looking forward to getting home. Perfect timing for Christmas Eve and Christmas. And the kids had already been up to see her, so we knew they were excited as well. Christmas Eve turned out a little differently. It came as quite a shock to me when I was feeding Hattie that night and suffered just the horrible pain in my chest and my jaw and realized I was in big trouble.
And she was totally non-responsive and turning gray. And flipped her over, started to try and do CPR and things like that, called 911. So we actually got taken right back to the same hospital as she had left 24 hours earlier.
She came in and was having intense chest pain, had some EKG changes, so she went through a standard workup by the cardiologist and actually went so far as to have a cardiac catheterization.
I felt so robbed in that moment. You know, here I have this beautiful, precious, healthy 3-day-old baby. My family is happy, we're healthy, we're together, it's Christmas Eve, everything was just right, and then this.
And so we did the regular Christmas morning stuff. Kids came down the stairs, and then basically said, "Where's Mom?" And I had to that was the first time I was like, I have no idea how to answer this question. They saw her Christmas Eve and then didn't see her again for a month. And so that whole time was sort of like juggling that answer. How's Mom?
The second attack, I remember it perfectly. I mean, I was going over discharge instructions. I was trying to figure out what was going to come next for us. And all of a sudden, same pain I had had before in my jaw, I knew it was much worse because I immediately felt like I was drowning.
She began to have problems with the oxygen levels to her heart muscle, and she was having a massive heart attack.
People are running and we're running Kristen down the hall, and she can't breathe and everything. And so she was having the second attack that was far worse than the first one. I had no idea what to tell them because she was unconscious and wired up to all this equipment, and the doctor's prognosis had been very, very, we'll get through the next 48 hours and then we'll see. A close friend of ours is a social worker here in town, and I reached out to her and she said there's actually this service that exists specifically to do this.
Steve mentioned Wonders and Worries. I had an immediate sense of relief.
I think this is where Wonders and Worries brought a lot of experience that I didn't have. I didn't know what I was asking for, I was just asking for help. Watching them play with a doll that had a tracheotomy scar. Let's play with that doll and get comfortable with that doll and think about maybe not touching that part of her neck because it might be sore, but look, she can still move her arms and she can still do all this other doll stuff. Watching that happen and thinking, okay, well this is 100% not how I would have explained this.
First day that I was actually allowed to leave a hospital room was the day that I went to attend my mother's funeral.
It was good to have her out and do like regular stuff for a minute, even though it was a terrible day. Trying to tell the girls that Mom's recovering and it's okay, at the same time as having somebody suffer roughly the same thing and not be okay, was very challenging to communicate.
This thing might be happening to you or to your partner, but your children, it's happening to them as well. Wonders and Worries was there to support my husband and my 4 children through that experience.
The organization that comes in and does those things without big financial support for such an important thing.
There's no Wikipedia for this, right? I actually need somebody that knows what they're doing to show me.
There's a need for hope in this world. We need to hear stories of things turning out well. And I believe my story is full of hope.